I got a question here from someone. While learning psychology might be the most difficult and scientific method of learning game, is NLP or mentalism the most powerful, especially with its applications outside of game?
Mentalism's great. It falls under magic, which falls under an IVD, an instant value demonstration, and they're immensely powerful. And that's why we do them. We don't do magic just to do magic. We're doing an instant value demonstration. That word was coined by Neil Strauss. So yeah, they're like use them. What are yours? When we did Brazil, the top guy in Brazil there, he was an amazing singer. He sounds like Justin Bieber. So he'd sing into a girl's ear halfway through the set, and she'd just fall in love with him. So, so yeah, amazing. If you can do IVDs, do them. That's like when Matador would bounce a girl home, he'd bring the guitar out and start singing to her. Now, it wasn't amazing, but he didn't have to be. And also his instant value demonstration were his guns. He was built amazingly, he worked out a lot, as you can see on the Pickup Artist show.
All
And
right,
if no one's seen that, watch that. It's amazing.
I still haven't seen it yet.
You can watch that with women. It's great. If you ever get caught being a PUA, you put on the super trailer of the Pickup Artist show, and it softens everything because it's so user friendly. It was made for women, a reality show made for women, but teaches men and teaches women about men.
Mm. I remember someone saying, I can't remember who said this, but that the fact that Mystery was such a sweetheart with everyone on the set, like because they were makeup artists and costume
Yeah.
designers, whatever, he was just like a sweetheart. But like, the associations that POAs get in the media is like greasy cold approachers doing scary digging, harassing people at this one university campus. In reality, it's like one person who vaguely knows about the community, but doesn't really follow any particular person, or I don't know, something along those
Yeah, I've
lines.
had a lot of media on me in Finland, and reporters are always trying to interview me there. And if they don't, this is the problem. If I don't let them, they write whatever they want anyway. Reporters around the world, right? So it's a battle to try and you know tell them enough that they're not going to write all this. They're not going to make up stuff because they do is Google a few things and they don't get it. So, for example, this reporter had was really adamant that people near this big shopping mall were gaming, were doing pickup around this shopping mall and hassling girls. And what it turned out to be was some foreigners there that were just asking girls for Instagrams. And they assumed these were PUAs. They weren't PUAs at all. They were like, "Were you doing a boot camp around there?" But no, you wouldn't know we're doing a boot camp somewhere. That's how we teach. You're not gonna know we're doing a boot camp. Just going normal kids going up and asking for some girl's IG does not make it a PUA. It makes it a normal kid, a normal guy.
Yeah, that's
It's
funny.
just stupid, ludicrous, and I think pickup, and this is quite important. I tried to tell them this on the latest interview, and then every documentary I've made, and I've made about 15 of them, like been on 15 of them. I've said that it saves life. It saves lives. It could have saved mine for all I know. How depressed would have I been in some relationship I don't want to be in? If I didn't learn pickup, I feel like it would save my life. You know, and even the best, a lot of really good PUAs that were teaching for years that know it saves your life and knows that it helps you get over a lot of your trauma, maybe childhood trauma from bullying or being outcasted and so on, teased and rejection or bad family life or whatever. It helps you break free of that. And even still, then we still lose PUA teachers to suicide. That's how strong it is. Imagine the people we don't hear about that are just learning pickup or don't even have never heard of pickup that have died because of rejection, because of bullying, because of trauma, being too scared to get outside their comfort zone and live their life and speak to who they want to speak to. And, you know, they could be missing out speaking to their future wife because they don't know what to say or what to do, or have been rejected so much that they can't walk across a room and say something to somebody. So, you know, we've lost poor Tom Torero, we lost Johnny Berber, and I lost a friend a long time ago that was also became friends with Ross Jeffries, called Christopher Burke. And I lost 3 friends. Imagine the people that we don't hear about. And I'm sure there's been many more suicides in the community that we've heard of that I haven't heard of.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's crazy because simply one way I think about this is learning something like this, such a skill that applies to a lot of things. However, just like taking the very basics of it, the ability to have your own options in dating, whereas so many guys go into marriages, perhaps even with a woman who has kids from a different relationship, and then they end up being depressed because they don't have their own children. This is just one random example. But
Mm-hmm.
this is over and over again. So many divorces happen. This ever increasing divorce rate in a lot of countries. People need options, and if they run out of options, then they're in their minds. Sometimes they only see one option, and that option is a very defeatist, suicidal option, which never ends well, of course. But having options is such an overlooked thing. And being in this gives you the power to enable yourself to provide those options for your own life.
I'll give you a quick algorithm that I've come up with for anyone starting out in pickup, because it can be overwhelming. There's so much to learn, and there's so much rubbish to decipher as well there, where you're like, that's never going to work, and these people are just making stuff for the sake of it, you know, where you need to now navigate through that to see what is real, right? And it's just simple. If you want to get out there and you want to learn pickup, right? It's mode. It's not mood. It's not feeling the right time to go out and pick up, because you'll be waiting a long time for that. And there's going to be a lot of Dutch courage drinking going on to do that. And you don't need to do that. What if you get in the mode, so you get your openers ready for that day that you're going to go out and practice, right? Just think of it as practice. And you go out there, and when a good set hits, or you do enough sets that you don't get the AA fear, because you're like, oh, I don't care. Remember, what you're doing is saying the routines, right? Now, that mode, when a good set hits, turns to mood. Oh, I'm in a good mood. And if you turn to your friend, do you want to go home now? No, I'm in a good mood. I want to do more sets. I want to see what's happening, right? And it gets easier and easier the next day and so on. So the mode equals the mood equals the abundance, because then you kick into abundance mentality. Because if you start doing this for many months or a year, you're going to have lots of contact details. If you're always practicing closing at the end, ABC, always be closing, right? So if you're practicing that, you're going to get good at that as well. But also, you're going to be getting a lot of people coming out with you that you can invite out the next week and the next month, right? And build up your social circle. But you need cold approach first. And then what you will do, abundance equals choice, right? So mode equals mood equals abundance equals choice. And choice is happiness, right? So all the way from mode to happiness. So it's the MAC method, right? Mode, abundance, choice, MAC. So you can be a Mac.
Yeah.